Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda, and today I'm going to play with my counterfeit kit challenge and the 3 pages 3 prompts with Ginger's Corner, which is a winter layout, embossing, and an 8x8 square piece of paper. So I chose these two pictures of my oldest at Girl Guide Camp when we taught the girls to use their very old, very clunky, very hard to use snowshoes. And I didn't have to cover up anybody's faces today because you can't see anybody other than my kiddos. So that worked out really well. I am going to use a Spellbinders embossing folder to do some dry embossing. And so this is the hexagon snowflake one. And so I did white. I did spray those down with water. It did take me quite a bit of time to figure out what the sandwich was for this one because I didn't remember. It's been a little while. So anyways, and then I'm going to cut them down so that they're the same because I thought I would do this in a diagonal with the squares out, or those rectangles out from behind this blue square. So that blue square is my 8x8. This is embossed. So this was a dry embossing with an embossing folder. I'm actually going to do some stamping embossing too here in a minute. And this is a Hip Kit Club paper, and there's lemons on the back, and then there's a very busy background. So yeah, so this is what I was kind of thinking. I was also thinking of maybe matting that embossing white for my photos, but I didn't want to lose all that. So, and then I decided I was going to pull out, not that, I hit my camera wire, so yeah. I pulled out these snowflake ones. I think these are, I can't see. There's some random company that I got from Michael's eons ago. So I'm going to use my stamping platform, and I grabbed out my Recollections dish for the embossing powder and my anti-static, which I didn't actually use, which is really funny, and some white embossing. And so I'm going to use the Tim Holtz embossing pad. And I put this in my stamp platform so that if I didn't get a good impression, then I could redo it. And if I didn't get a good emboss, you could restamp. And so I was thinking about doing this with the restamping with the embossing, so I got like a really thick embossing, but I didn't. So I forgot I was going to do that as as I just started going. So I'm going to show you the first two corners, and then I'm going to do the same thing and rotate through my stamp platform. Most of this is going to get hidden, and that's okay, but I enjoy it. And I've got lots of white, so whatever. And so those ones are done, and now I have those empty spaces. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to choose one of the snowflakes that are smaller to go in between. That's not the same as the other two. Again, you won't really see it, but that's okay. And then the magic, and I'm just going to do that again and again. And so then that's done, and now this is just the center, because why not finish it off? I knew it was most likely going to be covered up, but why not? Look at that. And then I love this tray because look how easy cleanup is. Most of the time I don't make any mess at all, and I don't have too much powder that gets left behind. A little bit there, but I don't know. I was doing stuff. And I'm going to go get a wet wipe right away to clean off the excess embossing off of these so I can put these back in my winter stamp set section, because I have one bin that has all my winter Christmas themed stamps in it because that's just easier to me. Everything else is not, and so now I've got these papers, and I'm like, yep, that's okay. And I'm going to pull out an iris bin of my winter and Christmas stuff because I need something else to go on here. So I'm going to pull out a few Hip Kit Club packages of ephemera that I've got in here. Just looking for like snowflakes or something wintry to put on, because why not? looking for words and things. I'm like, some of this I pull out and not use, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to look in the Merry Everything, and it is all Christmas, like very much Christmas. Nothing I can actually really use on this page. Like, I guess this one magical snow globe would have possibly worked, but it's a house, and we're not home, and we're not at a house, and yeah, we're camping in winter, so we did not snowshoe for very long, which is kind of funny because, yeah, they were heavy and clunky and old. That's okay. And then I found mitts in this one. This one is keeping cozy. And so I found mitts and a toque and a snowman and boots and some snowflakes. And then my title is Sharing Life Together, because we shared a lot of life together with these other people in this picture for quite a while. So, and then here we go, covering up all well, not all, but lots of the embossing. It's okay. It's okay. It still peeks out. It's okay. I was having fun and enjoyed myself. I could have decided where I wanted my pictures to go and just embossed around where my pictures were, but it didn't matter to me today. So, and you can see me like rotating that around. I have one snowflake on the corner that I didn't emboss. Well, I embossed okay, but then I didn't heat it all the way through. So then when I was moving stuff around, I like brushed some of it off, and I didn't realize until after I was doing the middle parts. So whatever. 'Tis what it is. So I'm going to get these mitts to look like they're holding the title, and then the toque is going to go underneath because I thought that would be cute. And the bottoms of the mitts are up on a foam, and then just the pom-pom for the toque is up on foam. So yay. And then the snowman and the boots I thought were fitting for this. And then back to the background. I decided that I didn't really like the square rectangles, so I'm going to cut out a whole bunch of these hexy snowflakes and use them totally different than what they were intended for to begin with. So, yay, I'll cut out. I didn't make you watch that because, holy moly. Still cutting a couple, but... And then this works out pretty good. I do have to steal one from that other square that I cut, but that's okay. So now I'm just thinking, I still decided to put it in a diagonal, sorry. But when I was thinking about this layout last night after I'd finished it and hadn't done this part of it, I was like, oh, it would look really nice to do a vertical, but it's glued and it's done, and that's okay. But I might do this again on something else wintry in a vertical layout, because that would be kind of fun. So like doing the hexes above and below that 8x8 piece. It is 8x8. And so there we go. And here, I turned it upside down because I thought it would be easier to line these up and look at it. I'm just doing the same kind of thing that's on the bottom, on the top here, and just lining it up with where the hexes are and where the top is, and then just trying to make sure that where I put it is covered for where the things are cut off. That one was not. So, and then I realize, I have to cut one more full hexagon because this one will have all the corners matching or showing. So I kind of want to see them. And then that one sinks underneath, and then I decide I want one more here. And then, of course, then one more there. And I think this really tones down the background, because that background is busy for that pattern paper, but also adds a little bit to it. So, and then double-sided tape for my tape runner. And then I did some glue on where it will overlap that embossing just so that those corners get a good connection. And then just trying to get it center-ish. It's not going to be perfect, but center-ish. So that's pretty good. And then I'm bending up the snowflakes so that I'm just gluing in the center, and I want to give a little bit of dimension with the snowflakes. So that's why I'm like kind of bending them out, kind of like what you would do with flowers, but I thought it would look nice with the snowflakes. And so just put those ones down just in a little bit of different places, cutting off those ends. And then I decided it needed a little bit of splatter. So this is weathered wood, and it's the Tim Holtz oxide spray. And just here, there, and everywhere. And I got it on my pictures. And of course it didn't cover my pictures, but a wet wipe fixes that right away. I use a lot of wet wipes. These are non-alcoholic ones or non-alcohol ones, so it doesn't hurt my pages or anything. And here it is close up. There will be some still shots to follow as well, because this is part of the 3 pages 3 prompts hopped. It will be linked below for the playlist. Make sure you take a look at all of the other people from that are playing along with Ginger's Corner. I also have Ginger's Corner's Facebook group linked below too, so you should come check them out. Lots of fun. Thank you so much for watching today. If you liked my video, I would love a like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for being here today. Have yourself a wonderful day.